How you doing, folks? This is Rex from the Buckeyenest, and we're out here doing another impromptu movie for you. We're in the Dayton, VA, and for the last 6 weeks I've been following this lady on my left around here. Her name's Leah Edwards, and she founded a program out here called the For Freedom Equestrian Team. It's a pretty awesome program. I'm going to let her tell you all about it.
I started this group in 2006. I used to ride rodeo drill team and decided I wanted to do something for somebody else. So we started the team to basically support and honor veterans in a unique way with our horses. We started out with just 4 horses, 4 riders. That's where the For Freedom came from. And it grew from there. We got more horses, we got more members. We started doing drill performances, parades. Later we added honor guards. And from that, the drill turned into our patriotic performance, the tribute to the American POW, which we call the Fight for Freedom. It's more of a drama performance. More honor guards. We've done different ceremonies. Funeral. We did a funeral for a World War II cavalryman. And growing off of that, we've started all these programs out here at the VA Center. We started a few years ago just visiting out here, coming out once a month with our horses, walking them around, talking with the veterans, setting up chairs where they could just come and tell us stories if they wanted to. They could learn a little bit about horse care and about the horses. We even got one of our team members from that program. That was David.
Yeah.
And so the share and care grew into basically we wanted to do something that was scheduled, something that would have more of an impact, and that is what the Heroes Cavalry Equine Therapy program came out of. So now we have our Equine Therapy program. We do our carriage rides out here. We visit with the CLC, we visit with the daycare, we walk the horses around, visit with just the guys on the grounds.
Okay, now, we're talking to non-military people. What does CLC mean?
That's the Community Living Center, which is the nursing home.
Okay, that's right across the street over here,
Yes.
catty corner from us, right? I got some footage of that. That was pretty neat the day I did that. World War II vet come out there and tried to get out of this wheelchair to get up, stand up and pet one of those horses. He couldn't quite do it.
Yeah.
His son helped him get close enough to do a pet on Rio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, Rio was getting a little anxious. He wanted to eat grass.
Of course.
He wasn't paying much attention to.
Right.
And Kristen had a little bit of a problem keeping him in line, but she finally got him.
Yeah.
In line.
Yeah.
So how many years total have you been coming out here since 2006? That's for about 8 years, 10 years?
Yeah, 8.
8 years?
We started just coming out once a year for what is now the Patriot Freedom Festival, which is a big festival, Memorial Day weekend. We started doing our performances for that festival and an honor guard for the Blue Star Mothers flag refresh ceremony down at the Gettysburg entrance. And it's turned into the whole team out here camping every year for the festival.
Yeah.
We've been coming out here regularly every month doing our programs for about 3 years now.
And you pay for a lot of this out of your own pocket.
We do. This is all volunteer. We're starting to get some donations in from here and there, but most everything that we pay for ourselves.
Yes. I see the trailer you brought out here today with Tank and Rio and Sierra and Cavalry there. Needs a little work on it, huh?
It does. My truck is a 2002. It's not in very good shape. My trailer is a 1989. It's not in very good shape, and of course, my horses go to every event, everything that we do, and they're both needing replaced.
Well, I can recall the first day I hooked up with you out here, poor Linda's truck broke down, and you guys had to go out and kind of rescue her off the middle of the freeway or something.
Right, she was at a gas station.
Yeah, and then she just hasn't been able to get it straightened out. You have to get her horses in here. So.
Right.
You know, I interviewed a lot of people in your organization. I interviewed Rod Stanley, I interviewed Tom Cobb, I interviewed Cindy, I interviewed Becky and Erica and Nelson and David. And they all told me some really unique things that touched them. Can you recall, in the last 8 years, anything that you saw with your own eyes that touched your heart out of this program?
The thing that I enjoy most is the horses coming up to the guys in the wheelchairs. And that's our profile picture on Facebook, is when we used to take the horses over to 410 and visit. And the guys in the wheelchairs come over and they reach out their hands and they touch the horses. We've got some really great pictures, quite a variety of them, of the guys in the wheelchairs. Just being able to visit with these horses, and they have a big smile on their face. And we even took a World War II veteran from the nursing home on a carriage ride. He was a little guy. He was in a wheelchair. He fought in the Battle of the Bulge.
Wow.
And he couldn't walk, so David and one of the guys from the nursing home lifted him up into the carriage, and he had his camera out that day, and he had a big smile on his face. He wanted to go see the cemetery, so we took a special trip down to the cemetery, and just big smile on his face the whole time. And it's those kind of things, and the guys in our therapy class that tell us that this has helped them, the horses have helped them. That's what affects me the most.
David told me a story. I've told you many times out there in the internet world, I can't mention names or do anything with the actual veterans that are patients here, but David was a patient, but he became part of the team after that. He lives over in Pennsylvania and works over there now, so he tries to get over here at least once a month or so, he said.
Yeah.
But David was telling me a story about a guy who had to walk on a walker. Do you recall that?
Oh, yeah.
Can you relate some of that?
Yeah, he was an old horse guy, the one that used to break horses. Yeah, and first day of therapy class, we ask them their name, ask them if they have any horse experience, so we know who to kind of pair them with as far as the horses go, because they all have different personalities too. And he basically told us he didn't want to be here, he just kind of had to. And he ended up really enjoying the class. We've got some pictures of him smiling, and he rode his horse on the last day, and I even ran into him several months after their class was over up at the hospital, and he told me thank you and told me how much he enjoyed the class.
Has he ever come back
to
visit?
I don't think I've seen him back over here. I don't know if any of the other team members have seen him out or not. A lot of times once they've gone through the class, they usually will leave and only come back just for appointments.
I talked to a couple of guys out of this class that just closed out today. They're actually getting out of the VA.
Yes.
They're being discharged in a couple of days.
Right.
So I promised them copies of the DVDs, and they had to give me their home addresses and stuff to mail them to them. Well, Leah, I'm going to tell you a couple of quick things. The very first day I come out here with you guys, and once again, I can't mention his name, but there was an older gentleman in this class, and he took a liking to Memphis the very first day.
Yeah.
And he was over there just working on Memphis, and I would have never believed out of anybody he would have been the one to show that kind of interest in. And you could just see the way he was working. Memphis is the miniature donkey, by the way. We didn't have him today, but you'll see him in the future. You could see it in his eyes how much he enjoyed doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
And there was another guy too that dived right in, an older Navy veteran, I'll say that. He dived right in and got really involved with this. program, and I caught on to that almost immediately. I could realize from the first day that this program has been doing some good out here.
Yeah, it has. We wish we could do it every day for them. Unfortunately, just because of it being volunteer and our time, and some of us have other jobs that we have to do, that we can only come out once a day. And being outside, you're kind of having to wait for the weather and see what it does as well.
So you were talking earlier today about wanting a building out here or an arena or something.
Well, that would be a great future goal. That would be something that we would have to coordinate with the VA. All of the other equine therapy programs that are done, Lexington, DC, I think there's one in Boston, they have to haul their veterans to other places to take them to their equine therapy program. Those places charge them to do that. Here, we bring the horses out here. We do this free of charge for the VA. It would be great to have some kind of a facility to where we could do this all year long, do it more often than just once a week. The guys that just left class today wish that we could have been here every day for them.
I heard that earlier. I heard them
loved
talking.
it. They said, we wanted to do this every day, and some of them said they would come back.
What about that building where in front of where you store this trailer? Would that be a good spot?
Well, it would be a good spot to hold class, but unfortunately, to do an equine therapy program, we would have to have some kind of an indoor arena to work the horses inside.
I see.
So big open arena with a classroom, with some places to put the horses and their tack.
Mark was telling me earlier, for those of you who know Mark, he's a curator of the museum here, that Washington, D.C.'s consider making this VA the National Archives.
Right.
Maybe we can get them to go to an arena when we do that.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
All right, folks, all I got to say to you is this young lady's put a lot of time in this program, and we need to start sending some bales of hay. Make sure you stick a little money inside them. And if that won't work out for you, you can go up on her website and you can click on the donate button and you can send them some money because they need it. Because I have seen these people drag in bread, specialty bread for the veterans to eat. We had a cookout in here during this thing, out here in the side yard, and when the vets come in for class, there was always something special to eat or sip on, and they dug it out of their own pockets to do that. So we need to dig deep and we need to help them. They need new trucks, they need new trailers, they need a trailer to haul this carriage around on. They need all kinds of things. They need medicine, they need food for their horses. I could go on millions and millions of years, so I'm going to reach out one final time. Ellen DeGeneres, I'm going to send you this whole documentary about this organization. And Alex Melvin up at Rural King, I'm going to send you a copy of this too. Maybe we can get something hooked up between all of us and get something done for these people. So until next time, folks, this is Rex. It's been my pleasure to come out here to the Dayton VA and record Leah and her group. You have a good day.
You too.